Effort is irrelevant if you can't deliver the desired outcomes. It's a brutally harsh truth of life that I've learned to accept. No one cares about how hard you worked if you can't deliver the results. There will be people that work much less than you but achieve greater things than you do, just through their inherent talent or genetics, as well as privilege and everything else that comes along with it. Life is not fair. You can cry and complain about it, or you can accept it and keep moving forward. The choice is yours, but just know that the decision you make will determine the direction in which your life is headed. By the time you learn to accept this, you'll realize that all you can do is be so good that they can't ignore you. So good that success becomes inevitable. And how do you do this? By planning backwards, by having your goal in mind from the very start. You plan for this, you work for this, and then you stack up all these different bricks. You build this house, you have this evidence that you show up at the actual race, and all you have to do is deliver. All you have to do is reveal it to the world. By that time, I wasn't even thinking about my time because I knew I would accomplish it. As soon as I ran my first 2 miles, I knew that that was a day. I knew that I would be fine. But the only reason that happened is because I stacked up the bricks over and over and over again. All results are a lagging indicator of decisions made long before. Completing my first marathon ever in 2:47:04 is a lagging indicator of the 823.2 miles of work I put in throughout the 16 weeks leading up to the race. Placing 4th in my age group and 16th overall is a lagging indicator of me not skipping a single run in the past 10 months. And obviously, as soon as I posted about this on my Instagram or on social media, the DMs started coming in. You're insane. You're crazy. Please reveal your secrets on how to be faster. And that's when I learned how right Michelangelo was in saying, if you knew how much work went into it, you wouldn't call it genius. You wouldn't call it genius if you were there with me at 4 a.m. when my alarm went off and I was tired, but I did it anyways. You wouldn't call it genius if on a Friday night when my friends were asking me to go out to the bar or whatever it was, I was already in bed going to sleep for the long run on Saturday morning. You wouldn't call it genius, you wouldn't call it talent, you wouldn't call me crazy if you saw me waking up at 3 a.m. on Sunday to prep for race day a month out, because the output was simply a reflection of all the input. Running simply serves as the vehicle to the physical side of the infinite game that I choose to play: personal growth and personal development. That's why at mile 24, I was already creating a mental list of everything I could improve on for my next training block, for my next goal, for my next race, as well as why as soon as I crossed the finish line and I saw the number 2:47:04, my first thought, my true reaction was, shoot, so close to sub 2:45. And I think that's the hack to self-development and personal growth. It's what I like to call the happiness circle, when the process becomes the reward. I don't run for races, nor the compliments, nor external validation. I run to continuously push myself both mentally and physically, to continue learning more about myself and life by pushing myself and my limits on a daily basis. It's my morning meditation and my first win of the day. My reminder that I can do hard things. And that's exactly why I'm already thinking about the next one, the next goal, and the next race.